So let's settle in and pull a card. Let's pull the first card just for the snake year. And so this is for the whole wood snake year. And the card I pulled was collecting. And this card is a water card, even though we're in a wood snake year. Concentrated and focused energy. So this card is really about, again, what I said earlier, bringing ourselves in to ourselves, concentrated and focused energy. So you see this person's meditating in front of nature. Nature is going to be a huge healer for everybody this year. If you found yourself ungrounded or unsettled, just go to nature. If you have no nature near you, just go look at the sky, look at the clouds, look at the stars. It's always above us and it's also below us. We're standing on it. As you can see, the stars are here, and this person has just sat in contemplation long enough that they've reached a place of oneness. So the separation between their physical selves and everything around us is just molecular atoms and energy. And that's the state where you can really find answers, and you really can find a sense of calm and connectedness with everything, which is always there and it's always true. And realizing that and being in that state will give a lot of support for you through this year. So this card we're going to pull for the end of January and into this month of February. This is the Dream card, Wupo Shamaness, and it's a soul level card. And you see the shamaness here. And so she is traditionally the high priestess in the traditional tarot. In this, you can see she has her eyes closed. So again, it's this inward gaze. This card's really about allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to believe, allowing yourself to have faith, allowing yourself to expand to something bigger than you are, and reaching for it in your heart and in your energy. And that's where it begins. That's where all dreams begin. So she, this veil is the veil between worlds. So there is an energetic world and there's a physical world. And we are very aware of the physical world. Our five senses, which relate to the five elements, which is what this deck is about. Our five senses always inform us about the physical world. But the energetic world is where we come from. It is our source. And it's full of insight and wisdom. And this card is really about tapping into that and tapping into our bigger selves. So that's for the month of February, from January 29th to the month of February. And then we're going to pull a card for March. And March, we have the Tiger Zodiac. And it says Courage-Dispelling Fear. So the tiger is this animal in Chinese, in the zodiac, animal is very powerful, very courageous, not afraid of anything. And in this deck, in this particular deck, this tiger has some vulnerability in its eyes. It's willing to see the vulnerability in itself. And it's about dispelling those fears. It's the fear of weakness. It's the fears of what might happen that hasn't happened, that can really stagnate or stop us in our tracks. And I don't know if you can see, but this tiger has a deity. Avalokiteshvara is here offering, and is also holding the Dispelling Fear mudra, which is like this. And so using our body to dispel fear is a great way to sort of get ourselves moving and doing some kind of action in order to dispel the fear, to not let your fears rule you, but to have courage and take the choices that are close to your heart. So that is for March. And then moving into April, we have an Earth card, the Abundance card. And this is centered and receptive, all is granted. So you see this person, she's really bringing in the sun. She's just allowing herself to bathe in the rays of her own sun and the rays of her own light. And so being grounded is where it starts. Being grounded is how we allow the abundance to come through us and be grounded into the physical plane. And the earth cards are about home, stability, money, rootedness, centeredness. So for April, think about earth energy and being grounded and basking in your own light. So that's for April. And then May. And for May, we have the balance card. The balance is crossing between worlds. So this is a soul level card. It is traditionally the justice card in the traditional tarot. And like justice, this person on the tightrope is blindfolded. So she has to trust her feet as she crosses between these two mountain passes. Going from one mountain pass to the next mountain pass is a metaphor for our challenges in life. She's holding a staff which represents the wood energy. Wood is for growth. And because she's blindfolded, she really has to look within and let her physical intuition and her feet guide her across. And she has to keep taking the steps, otherwise she'll just stay up there on the rope. So that's the balance card. And so it looks like May is going to be, some juggling. Things might be coming up that require you to be balanced and to stay centered. So far, I'm seeing a lot of these soul level cards. And we also have the water card for the snake year and the earth card for April. And May is when we start to see the new moon shifting a little bit, because the lunar calendar isn't like the solar calendar. So I think the new moon comes maybe on the 26th of May, or sort of a few days before the end of May. So we start to push ourselves back a little bit. So this is sort of for that end of May, the next card, end of May and June. And this card is the rest card. Another water card showing up, sleep, rejuvenates. So June, summer's starting. And it's very easy in the summer months to sort of go. The days start to get longer and we get excited and have a lot to do. So definitely take time to rest and rejuvenate and care and nurture for your body. So that is June. July. And also with June, we're definitely in that phase. So this card is sort of the end of June and then going into July. We have the spirit guides, group communication and connection, and it's the Rat Zodiac. And I like to call this the telepathy card. I've been listening to the telepathy tapes on a podcast. If you have Spotify, it's really interesting, about autistic children and how they telepathically communicate with each other. And they're doing a lot of studies on that podcast. I kind of feel like for those of us who are believers, you don't really need the studies. But because we're all telepathic and we all are communicating energetically all the time, some people are more aware of that than others. And this card's really about understanding the power of our thoughts, the power of our energy, the power of group consciousness and a spirit consciousness, and how that can elevate or de-elevate the world. And so really paying attention to our thoughts and staying positive. And I also call this a social media card, because the internet card, because it's about fast communication. And at times when you're trying to communicate energetically, all the messages may not come through as clearly as you wish them to. So being aware of that and being aware of formulating our words and thoughts in a way that offer clarity is also good. So that is for June, July. And this card is for the end of July and coming into August. And here we have the first fire card showing up, which is generosity. Sharing gifts brings appreciation. So the generosity card is really about coming back to this courage card that we saw in March, really being brave, allowing ourselves to share our gifts unabashedly and share our truths and speak our truths and share with the world what we know and who we are. And it's an important card. So that is August. Let me make sure I'm on the right month here. So we have February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. Awesome. And so now we're getting through the summer and getting to September. September's card is the integration card, coming home to the heart. And this is the Buddha. It shows the Buddha seated very centered, all the chakras aligned. It's about being in alignment with oneself and with the world and being in harmony and in balance with all of that. So we're getting to that for September, end of July, September, reaching this point. Another soul level card. So a lot of soul level cards showing up this year. The snake is a mystical being. The wood snake, which year it is a mystical being, very wise. And because of that, all these soul level cards are showing up, asking us to carry through with our soul journey, to be aware of our spiritual journey, and to honor it as we go through this year and shed our skin and really come into the true selves that we are and want to be. So for end of September, October, we have another fire card, Dance and Celebration of Life. I love this card. I feel like we should be dancing through life all the time. And the more we have movement and dance and celebration in our life, it's really what life is all about. It really has the meaning of why we came here, is to celebrate our physical form and to bring that joy and love to others. And we do that through the fire energy, which is passion and energy and connection and fire. This is this like movement and action. So for end of October, November, we're coming into the Magic Monkey, the Magick card in the Monkey Zodiac. And it says, conduit between heaven and earth. And this is really, traditionally in the traditional tarot, it's the Magician card. In this tarot, the Magic Monkey is the epitome, in a way, of what Chinese philosophy and cosmology is about. That we are not of heaven and we are not of earth. We are a conduit in between. We are meant to bring the spirit energy into the physical plane, into physical form. It's what Abraham Hicks talks about when they talk about being at the leading edge of thought, because it's our thoughts that create the world and create what we want to create. And this Magic Monkey knows that. It is harnessing all the 5 elements. The staff is the wood, the fire element, the metal element that creates the steam, which is the water element, the earth element, which is the discs here you see, or the Chinese coin here. So the monkey stands very centered, very clever, very creative, very intelligent, and able to utilize all the 5 elements to manifest in physical form. So that is the Monkey Zodiac for November. And then coming into December, we have the Loyalty card. Shisa, love, protecting the peaceful home. And this is the Dog Zodiac, and the dog represented by the Shisa, which is the Okinawa food dog. And they come in pairs, yin and yang, and they're frequently shown outside the fronts of homes as protection, both inside and outside. And this dog energy is really about what's spiraling into the home. So you want to cultivate all the good love and all the good feelings, and everything you want to bring to the world spirals inward and spirals outward. So allowing your home environment to be happy and peaceful and loving, and that will spiral out into the world. And that is the Lunar New Year reading for the Wood Snake Year 2025. Thank you for being here. I'm Elizabeth with the Inner Light Moon Oracle, and I'll be back with more videos. Thank you.